Get after it, MP.
MP about to tear the roof off.
What's up, MP?
And remember, Wizards fans, if you still want to come to upcoming games, we've got your back. Simply visit our ticket window or head online and get your Wizards tickets tonight. Rally Tell Day is almost here. DC family, come out to the game and you'll get a chance to get your own Wizards Rally Tell. Wait proudly and help the Wizards secure a victory. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time...
And both teams going through their pregame rituals, getting loose well before we're underway. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Washington Wizards as they play against the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sideline. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. You have a confident and competent backcourt. It just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And when it comes to MP, he has an objective to motivate his teammates. That's why he made winning on the road a rallying cry.
Yeah, they've had a few ups and downs along the way, but you have to appreciate their resolve, right? If something isn't working, they don't whine about it, they fix it. MP may talk a lot, but boy, he backs it up with action. That's why they've been so resilient on the road.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Willingham is out there with Thunder. Then it's Williams. Then there's Blunt. And it's Edey in at the 5. Blunt passes to Thunder. Driving to the basket. George against Williams. That one good for 2.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes him look easy.
Pass to Grimes. Outside, George. Latrey. Here's Izzo. Nailed from three-point land.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Thunder passes to Blunt. It's hauled in by George. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And yes, it's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And stolen by Williams. And that one is hammered home.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Outside, George. Pass to Song. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. George, no good. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. We know, Doris, at one point, the Wizards had one of the most unique pairings in NBA history.
Think back to 1987, 1988, the year you're talking about, when the 5'3" Muggsy Bogues was a teammate of Manute Bol, who stood 7'7" tall. At the time, they were the tallest and shortest players in NBA history, with 28 inches between them. Incredible.
That one falls.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
Here's Grimes. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Memphis leading. The kick out to Williams. Thunder passes to Williams. Some nice passing there by Memphis. The shot. Dillingham, no good. Here's Washington now. Here's Grimes. Nothing on the board. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Wizards foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Thunder. Against the Lakers, he was really on his game. Clock at 6. Here's Williams. Pass to Edey. It's stolen by Edwards.
The D feels like it's everywhere, and that pass should not have been made.
And the foul called on Thunder. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Grimes, coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. Here's Song, good on the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Blunt. Here's Thunder. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Sarr with it. Here's Grimes. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
Defensive positioning so important, and he could not have played him better there.
Washington has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Izzo. Off on the layup.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Pass to Grimes. George looking over the floor. Izzo. It's rebounded by Memphis.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Here's Thunder from downtown. And Sarr pulls it down. Here's Grimes. Still scoreless. Fires the three. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's slammed in by Williams.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
So timeout called here, the first for the Wizards. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Edwards finds George. Here's Grimes. And again, Washington no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Over to the left wing. And it's Vassell in the corner. Here's Thunder. And the 3 ball is good. Thunder's got 5 now.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Left side Williams. We're only around halfway through this very long season, G. This is when the grind, I think, really kicks in.
Yeah, you think about the physical and mental toll this game takes on you. And I miss being out there, but man, I tell you, it can be a grind.
Wizards trail by 7. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Memphis with the ball. It's been 10 unanswered points to the left side wing. Buffkin gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And Washington has possession. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. And we'll take a chance now to honor the Western Conference Player of the Month, Thunder.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
Ivy, no one around him, drills the three-pointer.
Some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by Memphis.
And it's Thunder missing. Wizards trail by 7. .153 left to play in the first quarter. The 11-footer lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. A minute 42 left in the first quarter. Pass to Iguodaro. That one drops for him. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. There's success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And here's Booker from the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Now, here's Ivy. He's tightly guarded. They retain possession.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Thunder passes to Vassell. To the left wing. Here's Buffkin. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Here's Izzo, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. On the wing, Williams. Pass to Thunder. Memphis moving it around. Clock at 4. Shoots it up. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
It could go. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Memphis with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. The shoot. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Thunder. Blunt is out there with Edey. And it's Iguodala in at the 4. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Lakers put on a show. He contributed 61 points, and as we've come to expect, he filled it up from three-point range whenever he could. A mind-blowing effort, one that's going to be hard to repeat, but it's hard to bet against him. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
Just 3 to shoot. Drains the three-pointer. He's got 13.
It's like Ivy has that sixth sense of where his teammates are on the floor.
It's deflected. Pass to Iguodala. Here's Thunder. 10 points for him. Here's Blunt. Ivy defending. They get the rebound. Edey. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Wizards trail by 11. Ivy passes to Hampton. Off the mark. Had a chance to trim it to single digits. The 3. Rebound by the Wizards. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Morris passes to Izzo. Morris a screen. Nice move. In the corner, Ivy with it. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Inside, Edey, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Going inside, here's Blunt. The rebound by Carrington.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Pass to Ivy. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Blunt can't get it to go.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Morris a screen. There's the triple. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And the basket by Thunder.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Morris. Now, here's Ivy. Over Blunt. The shot by Ivy, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yep, that one goes. Iguodala's got his second bucket tonight. Wizards trail by 14. Out left to the wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Pass to Edey. Here's Thunder. They set the pick. Takes the three. He can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Izzo. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. 15 points in the game.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Here's Thunder. Memphis moving it around. Pass to Bufkin. Fires from deep. The rebound by Ivy.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Great D that time from Thunder.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
Pass to Iguodala. Now Williams launches a three. Hits the three-point bomb. Williams has got 12.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way. Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
Williams with a clean look. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Izzo, the pass to Edwards. Pass to George. Sarr with it. Izzo, the pass to Sarr. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for him.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Vassell's checked in. Dillingham, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Down low, Harrington. And the layup falls. Carrington's got his third basket of the night.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Here's Grimes. No scoring in this one. Off target from three-point range.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
Look at Thunder. He's all the way up there at number 2 in the voting for the three-point contest. Fans and the media know that he is one of the premier longest-distance shooters in the league today.
And Kevin, not to take anything away from the other facets of his game, but let's face it, that three-point shooting is what puts him on a whole nother level.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
Jaden Ivey, he's checked in for the Wizards. Pass to Grimes. In the corner, George with it, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Vassell wide open. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. And the Grizzlies lead by 18. Pass to Grimes. On the wing, George. Now, Sarr. 44 seconds left to play here in the half. The shot by Ivey, no good.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Williams passes to Thunder. Memphis moving it around. Dillingham with it. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Dillingham's got 8 points.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Pass to George. Edwards with the screen. They need this. And it's George missing. Vassell outside. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's a perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
And so it's Memphis, riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly.
Hello folks, still a ways off from All-Star Weekend, but let's first check in on who's in the running for this year's three-point contest. You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty unreal they pay us to do this. Did I say that out loud?
Wait, you guys get paid?
Well, yeah, we wouldn't sit here and deal with you for free.
Gotta call my agent now.
Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Wizards.
Well, the energy they're putting out is not going toward their defense. Problem is their offense can't keep up with those guys. So the D has to pick up the slack or this thing is over.
Man, you know they're getting an earful right down in that locker room. We'll see who's listening.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And you look at Thunder, what a contribution.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
Edwards is out there with Song. Then it's George, and it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
They're running. Pull up Jay. Williams can't get it to go. The Wizards shooting around 40% from the floor here. Pass to Edey. Finished off the break. Edey's got 6 points.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Here's Grimes. In the corner, George with it. Edwards with the screen for George. Here's Izzo. The Wizards with another miss.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Blunt. Pass to Williams from deep. Rebound by the Wizards.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Outside, George. Here's Grimes. He has yet to score, and it goes down 2 points. Memphis has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. And the shot goes in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Pass to Dillingham. Connects from three-point range. 11 points in the game. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Song. To the paint. Here's Izzo. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Pass to Dillingham. For 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Here's Song. Here's Grimes. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Thunder passes to Williams. Sarr with it. Now defended by Thunder. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Jalen Williams. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Putting up about 10 points a night, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
Here's Grimes, still without a basket. Shot clock at 5. Here's Izzo. And another miss by Washington. And the Grizzlies with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Williams. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Here's Izzo. Sinks the three-pointer. 24 points for him.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
Pass to Bufkin. Here's Blunt. Here's Bufkin. 8 points for him. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
3-point field goal.
Bufkin's got 11.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last. Last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Izzo. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
The kick out to Williams. Pass to Thunder. They set the pick. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Izzo. Iguodaro grabs the rebound. Iguodaro's got 9 rebounds now tonight. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Looking now at some numbers for Thunder. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. And he's first in the league in steals per game. Just an incredibly aggressive and tenacious defender.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Williams comes in for Jalen Williams. And it's Vassell in for Blunt. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. Here's Carrington. The three-pointer, no good. Memphis has got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointer since halftime. They're 4 of 7.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Here's Izzo. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Iguodaro's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Now Sarr, he has 5. And just miss after miss right now. Pass to Iguodaro. No good. Shot missing. Washington's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And the basket is good.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Outside Williams. Here's the screen. Here's Thunder. It's Vassell on the wing. 5 points in the game. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. And while we can, let's have a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who have been the most efficient scorers in the NBA this month. Look at Thunder, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
Dixon's checked in for Memphis. Here he goes. Vassell, another possession, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Edwards with the screen. Pass to Hampton. And here's Edwards. Drops in the layup for 2. Edwards got 6.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Iguodaro grabs the rebound. Iguodaro's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Memphis moving it around. Pass to Thunder. Here's Dixon. Ivy defending. Here's Thunder. Here's Vassell. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Grimes. Still yet to score. A three-pointer is right on target. With 4 seconds on the clock, and it's laid in by Vassell.
Boy, that's all by design now. Get the shot as soon as possible on that inbound pass.
And so it's Memphis, way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. And it's been their rugged... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
That's the end of the
And 1 quarter to go. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win.
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
They're a good team.